right fielder, number 2, Eli Harpelini. The starting pitcher for Geneva is number 28, Auggie Walters. The Red Wings are coached by Dan Monk, assisted by Curtis Schultz and Zachary Crane. Now let's meet the starting lineup for your Auburn Doubledays. Leading off, playing second base, number 3, Kobe Stenson. Batting second, the third baseman, number 14, Andrew Tan. Batting third, shortstop, number 5, Mike Cervantes. Batting fourth, right fielder, number 18, Zane Rose. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 25, Dylan Mckenzie. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 13, Blake Murray. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 17, Dominic Uchiha. And eighth, defender, number 32, Hayden Graham. Batting ninth, designated hitter, number 24, Connor Morala. Starting pitcher for the Doubledays, number 27, Ryan Bailey. And joining Ryan tonight, two Royal Doubledays fans who are celebrating birthdays today. Welcome to Gavin Kosovo and Cole Gorham. The Doubledays are coached by Ben Julian, assisted by Davis Kippen and Alex Kokuba. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats. The national anthem is performed by the Oswego State Singer.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Geneva Red Wings baseball as we're taking the road trip of 45 minutes east to Auburn, New York, as the Geneva Red Wings take on the Auburn Doubledays. And these two teams met earlier this past Sunday, and it was a Doubledays victory where they came off on top 11-1 in 7 innings. And Geneva looks for a reversal of fortunes here in the second meeting between these two teams. The Red Wings coming off a victory yesterday against the Watertown Rapids, and they came away with an extra innings heroic moment by Max Hitman with a sacrifice fly in the top of the 10th to have them pull away with a victory, winning that game 9-8. And now the Red Wings are 2-3 on the season. Their 2 wins coming against the Niagara Power and the Rapids, like I mentioned previously in last night's game. And their 3 losses coming against Auburn, Batavia, and Utica. So far, their away game record is 2-2 on the season. It's 2-1 in the season, in away games. Their lone loss coming against Auburn in this ballpark. And meanwhile, for Auburn, they are kicking off on a 4-3 record, and they're starting to get some momentum going on their side. Now we'll start off with the starting lineups for Geneva first. They'll be up to the plate first, and I'm Gage Kilborn. I'll be taking you through these incredible this journey of 9 innings of Geneva baseball going up against the Auburn Doubledays, like I mentioned previously. So leading off, it is Ozzy Fletcher. He'll be batting first, and he'll be the second baseman for the Geneva Red Wings. Batting second will be Ray Ortiz, the shortstop in today's game. And then Max Hitman will be batting third, the hero of last night's ball game. He'll be batting third. He'll be batting third as a third baseman. And then it'll be designated hitter Nick Surse will be hitting in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth is Mike Gorham, as he'll be first baseman for the Red Wings here this evening. And batting sixth, it'll be Cole Fleming, the left fielder. Batting eighth, it'll be the center fielder Brandon Galpie. And batting ninth, it'll be Nick Castellana, the catcher. And then batting 10th will be Eli Harpelini, the right fielder. And that'll be the starting lineups here for the Geneva Red Wings. And they'll be going up against the task of Ryan Bailey on the bump for Auburn. And now leading off, it is Ozzy Fletcher, the Tufts University Jumbo, up on the mound here. And the first pitch from Bailey, it's fouled away, and we're underway here in Falcon Park in Auburn, New York, hoping that the overcast blows over the park so we can have a full 9 innings of baseball. And the first pitch is fouled off, and it'll be an 0-1 count at approximately 7:05 p.m. And the next pitch is in there for a called strike 2, and it's now deep. Now Fleischer finds himself deep in the count at 0-2. 0-2 pitch from Bailey. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. Nice start here for Ryan Bailey, and now batting up is Ray Ortiz, who is currently struggling this season for the Red Wings, as Ray Ortiz is batting at a 154 batting average, which is 2 for 13 in 4 games played. And that one is in there for a called strike. This is something that the Red Wings struggled with back against Batavia, was they let the umpire control most of the strikes, and they find themselves deep in 0-2 counts after that swing and miss by Ray Ortiz. They find themselves in another deep 0-2 hole. Ryan Bailey serving, cutting through the Red Wings batters like there's no tomorrow as that pitch misses up high upstairs, ball 1. Trying to catch Ortiz swinging up there. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and now it's back-to-back punch-outs to kick things off for Ryan Bailey. Now coming up to the plate is Max Hitman, the third baseman for Geneva. Max Hitman is one of the best batting averages in the team with .375, with 2 doubles and a triple. First pitch is fouled off right towards the right field line and out of play. The first baseman for Auburn took a look at it, but just trails foul for strike 1. Geneva Red Wings are currently trying to find their stride. If they pull for the victory here in Auburn, they'll be their first back-to-back wins on the year. That pitch misses inside, ball 1. And the next ball is fouled towards the backstop and out of play. Count goes to 1-2 to Hitman. On deck is Nick Surse. He is the lone Red Wing to record a home run for them this season so far, in just 5 games of being played. And that misses low, and it is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hitman. Right, next pitch by Bailey. Swung on and fouled right at home plate, so we'll do the count again at 2-2. Ryan Bailey, this is his second appearance. Previous appearance, he had relief of 1 inning pitch with giving up 1 hit with 2 punch-outs. So not too bad of a real inning of relief for him, and this is his first start on the year, so interesting to see how the Auburn Doubledays look at Bailey on the mound, kicks and deals. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So 1 inning in the books. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too bad. They kick things off here in Auburn for Ryan Bailey. We'll take a quick breather and be right back for some more Geneva baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back here in Falcon Park in Auburn, New York. I'm Gage Kilborn taking you alongside here between the Geneva Red Wings and the Auburn Doubledays, kicking off bottom of the first. And on the mound here for the Red Wings, it's Auggie Walters out of the freshman from Holy Cross University. And in his 5 innings, his previous game start, he had 5 innings pitched, 3 hits he gave up with 2 walks and 5 punchouts, but he came away with the win. So he's hoping for a similar outing here against the Doubledays. First pitch from Walters is in there for a called strike, and to Kobe Stenson, the second baseman for the Doubledays second baseman. Next pitch from Walters is swung on and chopped toward the third baseman. Throw to the first, and that'll be the first out here in the home half of the first. Now up to the plate, it will be Andrew Tan, the third baseman. Tan currently batting at 167 on the year, 2 for 12, and 3 games played, with 1 double and having 2 RBIs. First pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Finding the outside corner from Walters, so no 1 count on the way to Tan. Oh, 1 from Walters. Swung and chopped foul right at home plate. So 0-2 count upcoming here for Tan. Taking a look at the defensive lineup here for the Geneva Red Wings. It'll be Ozzy Fletcher batting over in the second baseman. Ray Ortiz as a shortstop. Max Hitman will be at third base. Gorham will be in the first baseman. And be Cole Fleming over at left field as that pitch misses outside for ball 1. And Brandon Galpie will be in dead center. And Eli Harpelini will be in right. And doing the catching will be Nick Castellana. And Auggie Walters on the mound. 1-2 pitch from Walters. In there, called strike 3. And that'll be the second out of the first inning. Got him looking, and now up to the plate. It's Michael Cervantes. And he's one of the top hitters for this Auburn Doubledays lineup. Something that Auggie Walters should be worried about. Batting .348 so far in the year. In 7 games played, he has 8 for 23 with 2 RBIs and 4 walks. It's more of a contact hitter. Still doesn't have any extra base hits on the year for him up to this point. Cloud starting to move in a little bit over Falcon Park, but nothing to be worried about right now. 0-1 pitch in there for called strike 2. So Cervantes finds himself deep in the count as well, 0-2. O2 pitch from Walters. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll be it. 3 up, 3 down for Auburn. We've played an inning of baseball. There is no score between Auburn and Geneva. We'll take a quick breather and be right back for the top of the second. Due up, it's Circe, Gorham, and Fleming as you're watching Geneva Red Wings baseball here on YouTube.
For half an inning.
Yep. Welcome back to Geneva Red Wings baseball. I'm Gage Kilborn, and we're in the top of the second. Nick Circe will be leading things off. Currently, like I mentioned previously, the lone Red Wing to hit a home run this year. That came back in opening day against Utica. First pitch up high, ball 1 from Bailey. Circe, a power hitter, playing DH as this is popped up over to coming over there, Stenson, and he'll make the catch, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Now to the plate, it is the first baseman, Mike Gorham, for the Red Wings. Gorham batting .308 on the year. First pitch in there for a called strike 1. With 4 hits and 13 attempts, and 4 games played, with 1 double and 3 walks. That pitch misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch is fouled away. 1-2 is the count to Gorham. That misses down low, ball 2. Try to catch him chasing. Now 2-2 count on the way. And this will be a called strike 3. And we got him looking, and that'll be the 4th punch out of the game already from Bailey. First 5 outs, 4 of them via the K, and now it is Cole Fleming to the plate. First pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1 from Fleming. Fleming currently batting at .200 this year in just 4 games played. Next pitch swung in, hit, grounded to the second by Stenson over to Bailey, and that will end the inning. So another clean sheet for Auburn. An inning and a half in the books, and still no score. We are back here in the bottom half of the second inning, and it is Zeb Roos leading things off for the Doubledays. Zane Roos, excuse me. Rose. The name mispronunciation there. From St. Louis, Missouri at Wofford College. And not a bad baseball school down in the SoCon. D1. First pitch misses down low. Ball one from Walters, making his second inning of work. First inning, not too bad, you can say at least. 1, 2, 3 with a ground out and a pair of punch outs. Next pitch misses as well outside. 2 balls and no strikes to the right fielder. 2-0 is swung and fouled right at home plate. The count comes back to 2-1. Rose batting at 100 in the year in just 10 at bats, only 1 hit, with 1 RBI and 1 walk, with 2 runs scored. 2-1 from Walters is in there for a called strike. As a hit, he finds a outside corner, and that makes it count even at 2-2. Castellana on the right side of the plate, but swung on and fouled by Rose, and the count will stay even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the second here in Falcon Park, no score. Those guys just tuning in. Next pitch from Walters is swung on and hit the dirt. Tag, and it's a strikeout, 2-3 for good measures, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And up to the plate, it's Dylan Mckenzie, the first baseman for the Doubledays. Mckenzie is a .250 batting average on the year in 7 games played earlier in this campaign. The first pitch is deep, foul ball to Gorham. And that'll be an easy out for Fletcher, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Quickly, 2 up and 2 gone here for the Doubledays, and it's starting to look like it might be a pitcher's duel about to pursue. The history of Auburn has been very big with his baseball park. Has been a part of the minor league system until 2019, when the New York Penn League decided to cut a few teams, and one of those teams being the Doubledays. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Next pitch, fouled back towards the press box. Now to play. That was probably one of the most detrimental things that happened to Auburn, was having to settle to not be a part of the minor league system anymore, as they were a part of the minor league system for the longest time. One of the few upstate New York teams left, as a swung on and miss by Murray to be strike 2. But fortunately, the PGCBL took him in And because of it, they ended up doing pretty well. Had to start a bit of a rivalry with the Utica Blue Sox down in Central New York. Those two play each other fairly often for the most part. And last year, the Utica Blue Sox, although they won the division, had to play in Auburn for the playoff game because of conflicts back in Utica. And it swung on, and it's missed, but it was advanced to first base because of a drop third strike. And Murray will be on base, but it will be scored a punch out anyways. Now to the plate, it is Dominic Cuccia from the St. John Fisher Cardinal up to the plate. One of the more premier D3 athletic programs in the country in upstate New York. First pitch misses down outside, ball one. One thing that Geneva got into a lot of trouble with back against Batavia was the base running. The base runners went all over the place, and they couldn't control it really. 2-0 as he still can't find the zone against Cuccia. Cuccia batting .294 in the year, and it makes sense for why you can't find the zone with 2 RBIs, and 5 for 17. And runner takes off, and it is in there safely with a stolen base. Blake Murray showing off his wheels with a stolen base. And meanwhile back on the count with Cuccia. Two and one count to Cuccia. Here's the deal from Walters. Misses inside, and now a 3-1 count to Cuccia with Cram on deck. Cram batting at .067 on the air with a 1 for 15 in his at-bats. And that one's in there for a strike, and that puts the count back to full at 3-2. Big pitch upcoming here from Walters to try to get out of this inning without giving up a crooked number. Payoff pitch from Walters. Misses inside, and Cuccia will be on with the 2-out walk, and now there's runners on first and second. This is where the main issue came for Geneva is they can do well with the first 2 outs, but it's trying to get that last out is what's really been killing them, as they've given up a lot of runs with the 2 outs. Against Batavia, they gave up 6 runs with 2 outs. Cram coming in. Within 5 games played, he's at 15 at-bats with 1 hit. And that 1 hit was a double, so he can do pretty well with extra base hits if he can find the zone. 1-0 pitch from Walters. Misses down low, 2 balls and no strike. And right now Walters is struggling to find the zone out there on the mound. Seemed earlier on in the inning that he was in cruise control for a little bit, but as it's been mentioned previously with other pitchers of Geneva, is that cruise control doesn't last that long. That one also misses outside, ball 3. 3-0 is the count as Walters still struggling to find the zone with Connor Brala on deck, the designated hitter. This has been the main issue for the fielding for the Red Wings, and that one's in there for a called strike. Keep Cram in with a 3-1. It's been the main issue for their fielding is they can do well with the start of the game, but it's continuing that throughout the stamina for the pitching staff and the fielding team of Geneva has been the main issue. Three-two count once again. Runners on first and second. 2 men out, bottom of the second. Auburn looking to take the early lead. And both runners go, and it is fouled away. So both runners will go back. Murray at second base. Kushia at first, with Cram at the plate, trying to bring home Murray or Kushia. Both runners to give them an early lead in this game. In another crucial West Division game early on in the season. Both these teams currently chasing Batavia, who's been on a hot streak lately, winning on a 4-game win streak. Meanwhile, Utica has been dropping their last 2. Runners going, and it is a deep fly ball to center field. Running over there to make the catch is a center fielder, Galpie, and that will retire the side. So 2 innings in the books, a couple of base runners for Auburn, but nothing coming home. 2 innings in the books, still no score between the Auburn Doubledays and the Geneva Red Wings. As you're watching Geneva Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back here to the action. Top of the 3rd inning we go. And it is Shane Ducks, the extra hitter. Normally plays as a catcher for the Red Wings, but he'll be the extra hitter here in this game. First pitch is fouled in towards the backstop. No balls and 1 strike. As we do scores around the league, the first game 1 of 2 here out in Albany, Watertown lost to Albany 3-0. Game 2 shortly there to follow. And in Jamestown, the Tarp Skunks have an early 4-3 lead in the top of the 4th over the Blue Sox. In Batavia and Newark are tied at 1 in Colburn Park. The Amsterdam Mohawks in the East Division are tied with the Socrates Stallions right now. Mohawks have one of the best records in the league right now. 1-2 pitch. 2 Ducks is swung and fouled away. And it'll still be a 1-2 count to Ducks as he's trying to stay alive. On deck, it'll be Galpie, followed by Castellana. And that pitch is fouled off again by Ducks, so he's starting to have a good battle here between Bailey and Ducks at the plate and mound. Later this evening, the Niagara Power are playing the Elmira Pioneers. The Pioneers are starting off struggling this year, as well as the Stallions, the defending PGCBL champions. That one's in there for a called strike 3. And Bailey continues to groove on the mound, as that is his 5th punch out here in Falcon Park this evening. Now to the plate, it is Brandon Galpie, the center fielder here. Galpie currently batting at .333. In 2 games played, he is 2 for 6. With 2 walks, win a run scored. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Galpie from UIC as a sophomore from Monroeville, Pennsylvania, his hometown, as he's a righty both ways, 6'0", 185 pounds. 2-0 pitch from Bailey in there for a called strike, and he brings it back to 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming from Bailey. Swung on and foul back to even the count at 2-2, and looked like a fastball that he had to catch up with. On deck, Nick Castellana, who is still looking for his first hit of the year in just 6 at-bats. Still 2-2 count coming between Bailey and Galpie. Another battle brewing as they're starting to read Bailey, but that one is swung on and missed on a breaking ball, and that'll be the second out of the inning. So back-to-back punch-outs here to begin the third. And now coming up, it is Nick Castellana. Castellana, he is still looking for his first hit on the year, the PGCBL, as I previously mentioned. Bailey kicks and deals, and the first pitch is in there for a called strike one. Throws in a breaking ball to kick off the bat. Still 1 out. Next pitch is missed. Ball one. One is the count, and the rhythm of Bailey compared to Walters has been insurmountable as that pitch also falls in for a strike. So now it's a 1-2 count coming for Nick Castellana, and he's on threat to try to be the 7th victim set by way of the K here in just the third inning. And he fouls this one off just to stay alive. And that's been the main issue here for the Geneva batters for the first 3 innings. And what has been constant here between these solid teams, between like Auburn and Batavia. For Batavia, they had to deal with Nolan Sparks, who was phenomenal, had went 6 innings with giving up 0 hits, only allowing 1 base runner via the walk. And there's a drop down for the first hit of the game, set by Nick Castellana. Now up to the plate it is Eli Harpelini, the right fielder. And that's the first hit of the year for Nick Castellana. He was previously batting 0 for 6. Now they'll change to 1 for 7. And Eli Harpelini is in a similar boat. He only has had 1 at-bat in the year. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. First base runner of the night for Bailey. First pitch is in there for a called strike one as he goes right back to his rhythm. It'll be interesting to see what can happen with a first base runner, if that can do anything to shaking up Bailey's routine up there at the mound or not. If he takes a look over at Castellana, and that's something that they should not really worry about too much, as Geneva's not too much of a aggressive base running team. They have about 6 or 7 steals on the season, which is not too much compared to some of the top teams in the league. And Dylan Mckenzie will take the grounder to 3 unassisted for the final out of the inning. As Geneva leaves 1 man stranded, it's 2.5 innings in the books. It is still no score. As we'll take you back here to Falcon Park in just a brief moment as you're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back to the action as we are kicking things off here in the home half of the third for the Auburn Doubledays. It'll be leading off. Will be Connor Brala, and then Kobe Stenson and Andrew Tan with the top of the lineup due up following Brala. As Walters deals. First pitch in there for a called strike, and he caught the outside corner. The Holy Cross Crusader looking to find his rhythm again that he had back in inning number 1. Next pitch is swung out and missed. So deep in the count, 0-2 is Brala. Connor Brala currently batting a 190, which is 4 for 21 in 6 games played, with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. And swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. The 5th punch out of the game for Walters. Now to the plate will be Kobe Stenson, who grounded out to the third baseman his last time up. Looking to get a reversal of fortunes here to try to keep his batting average up to over 400, which I know is still early on in the year to be looking at numbers like that, but nonetheless, that pitch is swung and laced to the left field for the base hit. That's the first hit of the ball game for the Doubledays. Kobe Stenson doing what a leadoff man's supposed to do, and that's get on base, whichever way it is. And now up to the plate, it is Andrew Tan with Cervantes on deck. So a very lethal lineup here due up. Tan batting 167, but if you get past him, you have to deal with Cervantes, with one of the best batting averages on this team. Kobe Stenson is 0 for 1 with stolen base attempts over at first base as he made one attempt but was caught stealing. As a pitch was fouled back from Tan, 0-1 is a count. Here's deal from Walters, and they send Stenson, and he gets there safely with a stolen base, and that'll be his first stolen base of the year. Now they got a runner in scoring position for the Doubledays, and Tan looking to bring home Stenson. Tan looking to bring home Stenson right now. Stenson at second. Walters takes a look over at Stenson. Kicks and deals. Misses inside as he almost hit Tan. And it'll be 2-1 as I think he's getting a little bit eager up there in the mound. That's one thing that the pitchers of Geneva have to worry about. Be worried about is they do a great job when there's no runners on base, but when there are runners on base, they start to struggle. 2-1 is a count. Swung and fouled towards the third baseline, out of play. And that'll draw the count to 2-2. One of Wade Boggs' favorite counts back when he used in his playing days of the Boston Red Sox, the Hall of Famer. Never won the World Series, but came close in 1986 before losing in 7 games to the New York Mets. Walters gets a sign. Takes a look over at Stenson. Kicks and deals. And fastball misses outside and gets by Castellana. And it'll be Stenson moving to third base on the passed ball. And now a golden opportunity here for Tan. Just a sacrifice fly is all the Doubledays need to get the first run across the board if it's deep enough. Full count pitch, very big at bat coming here for Tan. And that one misses outside as well as he tried to get Tan to chase the outside fastball, but he doesn't bite. And it'll be runners on the corners with one man out. And now that'll bring up Zane Rose, Michael Cervantes, who punched out his last time up back in the first inning. And this is a scary situation for Auggie Walters. Runners in the corners, and one of the best batters due up for the Doubledays. 348 batting average. With two RBIs, looking to add to his RBI total here with a golden opportunity with Stenson over at third base. First pitch swung and grounded foul. Got a little too eager on the first pitch for Cervantes. Big at-bats coming here to see what Walters can do in these situations. This has been the main issue all season long so far for the Red Wings is their pitching. They've been on or off. When they're on, usually the bullpen struggles, but when their starters don't do well, usually it's their bullpen that comes through. And that one will be fouled as they attempted a hit and a run, with Cervantes, however, fouled this one off towards the first base line. 0-2 count now coming to Cervantes with Zane Rose on deck. You would imagine the Doubledays are looking to try to get at least one run across the board here with just one out in the inning to try to take that early lead over the Red Wings. 0-2 from Walters. Misses outside as he keeps going for that outside fastball to get them to bite. But the batters so far for the Doubledays have been very well disciplined. And that is something that the Red Wings have to focus on, trying to frame their pitches properly, if that's the case. 1-2 pitch from Walters. It misses down low. And that'll make the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he takes a look as Walters takes a look back over at Tan, and Tan gets back safely. Cervantes from UL Monroe, out of League City, Texas, is his hometown. 5'10", 190 pounds as it turns 2 for a double play, and Walters gets out of the inning with no damage on the scoreboard. The Doubledays threatened to score, but nothing gets on after the 6-4-3 double play, and the inning is over. 3 innings in the books at Falcon Park. We'll get back to the top of the 4th. Geneva and Auburn still no score. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. We kick things off in the top of the 4th inning. Still no score as Ozzy Fletcher will kick things off, the leadoff man and second baseman for the Red Wings, as he helped turn that double play to get them out of the inning. He's 0 for 1 with a punch-out back in inning number 1. First pitch from Bailey is chopped foul towards the backstop and out of play. Second pitch is swung and chopped foul. Chopped to fair. to the shortstop, and he makes the play out in the first for the out. And they'll bring up Jack Eshelman, the second baseman. And there was a little bit of confusion over here on our side as Ray Ortiz was what we thought was supposed to take in this spot, but it is, in fact, Ray Eshelman was usually the pitcher for Geneva, but is now playing in shortstop. First pitch in there. 1 ball, no strike. Next pitch is swung and chopped up high towards the right field. Rose will get over there and make the play, and that will be the second out. So quickly, 2 were gone here in this 4th inning for Geneva, with only 1 hit in the first 3 and 2/3 innings for the Red Wings, as Bailey's been a tough nut to crack up there on the mound, and they've had some good battles, especially in the 3rd inning. They had a couple of good battles with Ducks and Galpie, but they were both ended by way of the K. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. To Hitman. Hitman was struck out last time up back in inning number 1. And the second pitch will be in there for a called strike, and that'll make the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 out gone here in inning number 4. That one misses. It actually hits Hitman, so he'll advance to first base on a hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Nick Surse, the designated hitter here, and batting in the cleanup spot with a golden opportunity to try to make some damage here. With 2 gone here in the top of the 4th, with Hitman standing over at first base. This is the second base runner of the game for the Red Wings, as the first pitch is inside but chopped foul by Nick Surse down the first baseline. Nick Surse, a strong power hitter for Geneva, one of their top power hitters on the team this season. 0-1 pitch misses down low, ball 1 from Bailey. 1-1 count on the way from Bailey. Ryan Bailey doing a phenomenal job so far on the mound, as that next pitch is threw a fastball up high, but Nick Surse wasn't able to catch up to it, and now that puts a count at 1-2. And Ryan Bailey is just 1 perfect pitch away from getting out of the inning, with not much damage done on his line card. And next pitch is as Hitman takes off, and he is caught stealing. He gets thrown out at second base. And that will do it, as a caught stealing attempt over at second base will end the inning. 4 clean innings for Ryan Bailey are in the books. Still no score here in Falcon Park, as we'll take a quick breather. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. we are getting set here for the bottom half of inning number 4. And leading things off, it will be Zane Rose kicking things off here in the home half of inning number 4. He was punched out back in inning number 2 from Walters. The first pitch is fouled, is hit straight up to the, and moving in is Gorham, and he'll make the play at first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Up to the plate, it'll be first baseman Dylan Mckenzie, as he popped out to the second baseman the last time up, back in inning number 2. Looking for a reversal of fortunes here this time around. First pitch down low, ball 1. Both of these teams, between Geneva and Auburn, both made the postseason last season in the PGCBL. Geneva ended up losing in the semifinals to the eventual Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League champions, the Socrates Stallions, as that pitch is in there for a called strike, even the count at 1-1. As they had to make the travel trip all the way out to Socrates, which was down in the southern part of New York, out of the East Division. This pitch is fouled and out of play over by the right field stands. And they'll make the count at 1-2. Meanwhile, the Auburn Doubledays, they beat the Blue Sox to make it to the semifinals as well, but ended up losing to Amsterdam, who lost to the eventual PGCBL champions, the Socrates Stallions, who are currently struggling right now. That pitch is fouled towards the backstop and out of play, and I'll still put the count at 1-2. To Dylan Mckenzie. Walters pitch and deals, and that misses outside, ball 2. It's the same location he had the previous at-bats. They've always been on the outside corner trying to catch in the chase, but apparently Auburn has been doing a great job with holding up on those pitches, those breaking balls that miss outside corner. And that one is swung and is a line drive down the left field line for a base hit. Rounding first is Mckenzie on his way to second. Hustling, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double for Dylan Mckenzie. And once again, the Doubledays are in business with a runner on second with one man out in the home half of the 4th. And up to the place, it's Blake Murray, who advanced to first base but by via the strikeout and ended up stealing second base shortly thereafter. Looking to bring home Mckenzie. It's the first pitch. Misses down low for ball 1. Those guys are tuning in. This is the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League game between the Geneva Red Wings and the Auburn Doubledays. That pitch is fouled off by Murray and hits the backstop. The Doubledays are coming into this game 4-3. Winners of 2 of their last 3 ball games. Geneva coming in 2-3 in the year, also winning 2 of their last 3 games. And that one misses down low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Murray. So far, the Doubledays have threatened to score in the past 3 innings, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, as Walters has been struggling up there in the mound, giving up hits, but nothing yet has hit the scoreboard so far. But the Doubledays looking for that to change. That one hits Murray, and Mckenzie thought he could trot over to third base, but no, he cannot, as he goes right back to second. So runners on first and second. And the pitching coach is going out to talk to Walters, as he's been struggling on the mound recently. Now, I think the big thing to say here with Gushia on the mound at the plate, he walked his last time up back in the 2nd inning. And I think the main issue here to think about is you have 1 out. Again, you can easily try to trust your team to turn 2 again. They did it in the previous inning to get you out of the inning. You just need one pitch. Just need to keep all the pitches down low as a way to force them into a double play situation. And now if you're Auburn, the main issue is try to lift the ball out of the infield grass to try to prevent the double play scenario from happening and to bring home at least one run to try to take the 1-0 lead early on in the middle innings of this game. First pitch from Walters, swung on and missed from Gushia, and that is out. That'll be the first strike of this at-bat. 0-1 pitch from Walters. Swung and tries to snake through the hole, but no can do. As a nice force out there will get the out. Gorham did a great job of moving over to pick it up, and a great job by Walters to get the out, and that'll be the second out of the inning. However, runners still advance 90 feet, and now once again it is a similar situation. Mckenzie struck with threatening to score, and Murray standing over at second base. At the plate, it is Cram. And that will pitches in there for called strike. No balls and a strike to kick things off to the catcher. Cram is 0 for 1 as he flew out to the second baseman his last time up. Looking to get some RBIs to his totals with 2 men gone in the inning. As Walters takes a look over at second and third base real quick. Walters kicks and deals. Pitch is in there for a called strike 2. And now Cram is deep in the count, 0-2. And this is a situation where now if you're the Auburn, you notice that when Walters has the count in his favor, usually he pitches outside. Let's see if he does the same here. And he does swing outside, and it is Walters. Makes a throw to Gorham at first, and that is it. Walters is the magician up on the mound. Gets in trouble and back in 3 straight innings, but somehow comes away with a clean sheet on the scoreboard. And 4 innings have come and gone here at Falcon Park. Still no score between Geneva and Auburn as we are in a stalemate and in what's been a wonderful pitcher's duel up here in Auburn, New York, as you're watching Geneva Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back to the top half of the 5th inning here at Falcon Park. So far, it's been no score, and the pitching on both sides have been phenomenal. But Auburn has threatened to score in a couple of innings. However, Geneva hasn't really given Bailey that much to think about up there on the mound, and that's something that the batters are looking to change as Bailey's starting to look comfortable up there at home plate, at the pitcher's mound. And the first pitch is fouled at the home plate for strike 1. Nixer's back in the batter's box again. leading things off here in the top of the 5th. Following the caught stealing by Max Hitman back in the previous inning. The next pitch is in there for called strike 2. So now Bailey still looking like he's in cruise control out there on the mound. 0-2 to Sirs. Here Bailey kicks and deals. That pitch misses. Outside, ball 1. As it looked like they had it on the outside corner, but no, Bailey did not. 1-2 pitch from Bailey. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and 2 for 3 for good measures, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Up to the plate, it's Mike Gorham, who struck out looking his last time up, and they got to find a way to fix this trend. As it's 7 punch-outs in the game so far right now for Ryan Bailey in inning number 5. As he's been dicing up batters left and right. First pitch in there for a called strike. Second pitch swung in. Almost a web gem by Kobe Stenson, but it snakes through for a base hit. And that'll be the second hit of the night for Geneva. And that'll bring up Cole Fleming to the plate. This is something that Geneva has to work on, and that is put runners on base. Try to get Bailey someone else to think about on there, because right now he's been in complete control of this game. And Geneva has been struggling to find a way to get the ball, not just even in play, but into the outfield for some good clean hits. And the first pitch misses down low for ball 1 from Bailey to Fleming. Cole Fleming, he is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the second baseman back in the second inning. Bailey kicks and deals, and the pitch goes foul towards a backstop. That puts the count in even at 1-1, with Shane Ducks, the extra hitter, on deck. 1 gone here in the inning. 1-1 count with Mike Gorham at first base. 1-1 to Fleming. Swung and fouled towards the right field stands and back and out of play. And now the count goes to 1-2, and a familiar situation for Ryan Bailey up on the mound in a scenario that has been very scary for the Red Wings hitters all game long. The threatening of getting his 8th punch out of the game. Kicks and deals, and that one is Cervantes, and he'll get the throw out first, and that's all they'll get is the force out, and there will be 2 gone for Shane Ducks to do some damage, try to do some damage with 1 man on first base. At the plate will be Shane Ducks, the extra hitter. He is 0 for 1 with a punch out back in the 3rd inning. Looking for a reversal of fortunes here. Ducks, for his first pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Ryan Bailey has been dominant so far this game. You can't say enough about his dominance up on the mound. Only allowing 2 hits, just 5 innings of work, so 4 2/3 innings of work so far. And then another one called to the outside corner, and it's strike 2. And now Ducks is in. Now Ryan Bailey is looking for his 8th victim set down by way of the K here this evening. 0-2 pitch from Bailey. Swung and chopped towards Mckenzie, and he makes the play himself, and the inning is over. We're halfway through here in Falcon Park, and there's still no score yet to be settled. We will get set for the home half of inning number 5 as you're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. we got a new pitcher up on the mound for Geneva, and that is Nick Ianiello. As Auggie Walters came through with 4 innings of work, no runs given up, but he will come away with no decision, as his team couldn't muster up any runs on the board for him. And first to meet Ianiello will be Connor Brala, who struck out swinging his last time up back in inning number 3. Home half of the 5th. We're underway here, and the first pitch is chopped foul towards the right field stands and out of play. That is and they'll go in the stands for Lucky Fan. As next pitch is hit outside, ball 1. Both mascots are in attendance here for Auburn, that being Abner and the new one, Casey the Falcon. They released Casey the Falcon this year as the second mascot to contribute to Abner Doubleday. Abner Doubleday doing a tremendous job as always, keeping the fans alive. 1-2 pitch is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes for the first batter facing Ianiello. Ianiello kicks and deals, and the pitch is chopped foul towards the backstop and out of play. Count still even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brala. Ianiello kicks back, and it's in there for a called strike 3, and that is it. That'll be the first out of the inning. And Ianiello is continuing what Auggie Walters was trying to attempt back in his previous 4 innings of work. The plate is Kobe Stenson, who is 1 for 2 this evening with a base hit his last time up. Ended up reaching to third base, but did not come around to score as he was stranded over at third. And the first pitch is chopped up. Right over is a shortstop, Eshelman, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Second out of the inning, excuse me. At the plate, it's Andrew Tan. Nick Ianiello is from SUNY Brockport, a freshman from SUNY Brockport. He's 5'11" and weighs 190 pounds. He throws right and he also plays right. He's usually more of a utility man for the Red Wings from Penfield, New York. First pitch misses down low for ball 1 to the Doubleday third baseman, Andrew Tan. Andrew Tan is 0 for 1 tonight with a punch out and a walk. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1 to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ianiello kicks and deals, and the pitch is swung on and foul towards the backstop. And that puts the count at 1-2. So right now, Andrew Tan is in threat of being struck out for the second time tonight. Ianiello looking to get away 1-2-3 inning, and he looks, and he did go around for strike 3 called. And the Doubleday fans are not pleased with that call, and that will end the inning. The third base coach at Auburn is taking a good look over the home plate umpire, getting frustrated with the call. This has been the biggest issue lately. As remember, in the game back earlier in college baseball. And I'll just talk about as we get ready for the top half of inning number 6. We are still deadlocked at no runs apiece here in Falcon Park. You're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. we are back here in Auburn at Falcon Park, 45 minutes east of Geneva. And leading off, it is Brandon Galpie. He is 0 for 1 as he struck out swinging his last time up, back in the third. Looking to try to get some momentum going against Ryan Bailey up on the mound. He's definitely been a tough nut to crack these past 5 innings of work. Out there for another frame is Ryan Bailey, looking to keep it going there on the mound. First pitch in there for a called strike. Next pitch is hit right over to the center field. Trying to get in the gap, and no, can't do as a left fielder comes away with making the grab for the first out. Now to the plate it is Nick Castellana, the catcher, with one gone here in the inning. There's a new pitcher for the Doubledays is Zach Cohen, coming in the 6th inning of relief. First pitch up high for ball 1. Next pitch is in there for a called strike and puts the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nick Castellana, who is 1 for 1 with a single the last time up. And the next pitch is in there for a called strike, and it is puts a count at 1-2. And the next pitch is swung foul, and they'll still put the count at 1-2 to Nick Castellana. The Niagara Purple Eagle steps back in. The catcher also for Geneva this evening. Next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, and 2-3 for good measures, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Next batter up is Eli Harpelini. He is 0 for 1. Also still looking for his first hit of the ball game as he grounded out to the first baseman who who ran over to first base on his own. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike 1. 2 gone here in the top half of inning number 6. This game has gone by pretty quickly. Still no score in Auburn. The next pitch misses outside ball 1. A bit of a closer game than what it was previously here at Falcon Park with Geneva. At this point, they were already down by 5 or 6 runs at this point. Next pitch in there for a called strike 2, and that was deep in the count, 1-2. But a great job by Geneva keeping a battle going up there on the mound. A bit of a pitcher's duel as that one misses the zone, and it puts a count at 2-2. Two-two pitch from Cohen. Misses down low, and that puts a count at full 3-2 to Eli Harpelini. Kicks and deals and chopped foul towards the backstop and out of play. Still a neck and neck game. Seems like Auburn had more gold opportunities to come away with the lead than Geneva has so far. That pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and Eli Harpelini is set down on strikes. And 3 up and 3 down for Cohen's first inning of work here in Auburn. And that is it. We played 6 full here in Auburn, New York. Still no score. As you're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. We get set here for the home half of inning number 6. And it's still the same score that it has been. No score. And it'll be Mike Cervantes leading things off here in the home half of inning number 6. And he grounded out to a double play last time up, and he struck out swinging as well. Looking to get on base. That's something he's well known for doing, batting .348 on the year, one of the top hitters of this Doubledays lineup. And he found himself up in the count 2-0 to Iron Yellow. And Iron Yellow finds the zone to bring it back to 2-1 to the shortstop. And now he is in threat of losing Cervantes. And then coming up to and then on deck will be Zane Rose with Dylan Mckenzie next to follow. A couple of Red Wings coming up in the pit bullpen, getting warmed up. Meanwhile, just one pitcher warming up in the Auburn bullpen. As his bat is swung out of play, and there'll be next pitch is swung and chopped straight, dropping straight towards center field, and it'll be a leadoff single to kick things off in the home half of the 6th inning. And bringing up next will be Zane Rose, as that's something that Mike Cervantes does so well, and that is great contact to get on base, no matter which way it is, and that's why he has his average up over 340 to start the year. Now Zane Rose up to the plate, looking to join the hit parade and start a little rally here in the 6th inning as the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Zane Rose is 0 for 2 tonight as he popped out to the first baseman back in the 4th and struck out swinging back in the 2nd. And next pitch misses down low for ball 1. And evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike to the Doubledays right fielder. Looking at scores around the league, still not much action really going on as Utica takes an 8-4 lead over Jamestown in the top of the 6th at Dietrich Park. The Diamond Dogs of Oak Valley has a 2-0 lead over Oneonta. The Muck Dogs still looking hot with a 3-2 lead over Newark in the top of the 5th at Colburn Park. The Amsterdam Mohawks with a 3-2 lead over the Socrates, the defending PGCBL champions. And Albany, once again, with a 2-0 lead over Watertown after winning Game 1 by that same score. Winning for the first game 3-0. 2-1 count up. Hot misses up high as right now it's Cervantes threatening to steal over there at first base. And Cervantes, of course, makes great sense. He has 2 stolen bases on the year, and nobody has caught him stealing yet this season. And it will matter nonetheless as Iron Yellow lets go of Mckenzie as Rose. So now Mckenzie comes to the plate. A very dangerous hitter right now who found a way to splice one down the left field line for a double. And this can easily be a golden opportunity to get some RBIs on him. And another great scoring opportunity for the Auburn Doubledays, something that Geneva hasn't been able to produce all game long. First pitch from Iron Yellow. His curveball stays upstairs, and that'll be ball 1. 1-0 to Mckenzie as it's sun's starting to set here at Falcon Park, and it's looking nice as the lights are turned on a little bit. Beautiful sunset here. Next pitch catches the corner for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the first baseman, Auburn first baseman. Here comes a 1-1 from Iron Yellow. In there for a called strike, and now Mckenzie finds himself in a 1-2 hole. Mckenzie played at SUNY Cortland as junior from Canandaigua, New York. 5'11", weighing 185 pounds, so a pretty skinny guy, to say the least. Next pitch is laced down the left field line. Rounding third and being waved on home is Cervantes, and third at the plate goes by the catcher, and that'll be another 2-out, another double for Mckenzie. And that'll bring the first run of the game. Will go to Auburn. One-two pitch is laced by Dylan Mckenzie, but they'll call it a base hit as he reached on an error throw made by the left fielder. So it'll be an E7 on this card. On the scorecard for the guys back at home. And just like that is a 1-0 lead for Auburn. Still no men out here in the home half of the 6th. As a pitching coach for Geneva comes on to try to settle down Iron Yellow, and Blake Murray up at the plate as he's 0 for 1 with a punch out back in the 2nd inning, but he advanced to first base on the drop third strike rule and stole second base. And then in the 4th inning, he had a hit by pitch and advanced to second base off of the stolen base. Off of the ground out by Kokuba. 1-0, still nobody out. Runners in second and third, and Blake Murray looking to add to the RBI total as they hold Mckenzie at third base. And there's runners on the corners with nobody out, and it's a 2-0 Auburn lead. As Zane Rose comes in to score from third, and now Geneva seeing their chances of trying to take another away game victory are starting to slip. Two nothing is our score. Auburn leading as a sacrifice bunt looked like for Kokuba, but he lays off, trying to push Blake Murray to second base. 1 ball, no strike. Kokuba is 0 for 1 in the game as he grounded out to the first baseman his last time up, and he forced a walk back in the 2nd inning. Murray takes off looking for second base, and it'll be a stolen base for Blake Murray. And now Auburn still in business with no men out here in the home half of the 6th. Second stolen base of the night for Blake Murray. And something Geneva struggles with is they do well the first 5 innings of work, but then when the bullpen comes in, this is something that we've been pretty much a pattern for them all year long so far, as the bullpen has kind of struggled to keep it going up there on the mound, and is a big reason of why they're trail this one 2-0. 1-2 from Iron Yellow is a fair ball, and trying to make, there's a bit of a pickoff, and it is a tag, and Mckenzie will get tagged out by Castellano, and that'll be the first out of the inning. A sigh of relief for Nick Iron Yellow, but there's still runners in the corners with 1 man out. Now to the plate, it is Cram, looking to get an RBI opportunity here as well, with a runner standing at third base. And the first pitch misses down low for ball 1. Iron Yellow takes a look over at Gushia at first, and Gushia takes off, and it is going to be another stolen base for the Doubledays, this time by way of Gushia. Now another familiar situation for the Doubledays. Runners in second and third with 1 man out. 1-0 pitch from Iron Yellow is swung on and missed. Strike 1, 84 mile per hour fastball. Breaking ball puts a count at 1-1. 1-2 count on the way from Iron Yellow is swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Got him on a 74 mile breaking ball, and he tried fishing for something, but he couldn't come up with it, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Now to the plate is Connor Brala, who was looking to try to prevent himself from having the strikeout hat trick. He struck out back into third, and he punched out looking in inning number 5. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Seven strikeouts in total for the Geneva Red Wings on the mound here this evening. Next pitch from Iron Yellow misses, ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. And a hitter's count coming here for Connor Brala with a golden opportunity here. So probably be a free chance for him to take his hacks here in this next pitch, I would imagine. Next pitch is in there, inside corner, called for strike 1. And that brings it back, count back to 2-1. Still bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Auburn leads. And the 2 scoring plays, first one came off of the base hit by Dylan Mckenzie that scored Mike Cervantes earlier this inning. And then the second run came via another base hit by Blake Murray, and that came across the score with Zane Rose from third base. And now 2-2 count coming with 2 men gone here in inning number 6. 2-0 lead, so a lot of 2s being displayed right now. And next pitch misses, and it's a pass ball, and in to score is Blake Murray, and that'll be the 3rd run of the game for Auburn. Auburn extending this lead even further, 3-0, after struggling to get a run across the plate in the first 5 frames. Now it's a full count pitch offering from Iron Yellow to Brala. Pitch is swung and chopped up to the right field line. Oh, they're trying to make the catch as Castellana, and he misses. An E2 coming for Castellana as it was right in his glove. And that is a catch he probably will want back. All I can think of with seeing that foul ball catch right there is bringing it back to 2018 College World Series, National Championship Series between the Oregon State and Arkansas. Arkansas 1 out away from winning their first ever College World Series, but in a foul ball pop fly to the right field, the first baseman missed the catch. That would have ended the series. Meanwhile, the walk, this will be a walk right there. That would have been the potential third out. Now puts runners in the corners, the two men gone once again. And now we go back to the top of the lineup. It's Kobe Stenson trying to get in this hit parade that came out of nowhere all of a sudden. And it is going to be a new pitcher coming up in just a moment. As that might be all for the evening. And bring it back to that memory that comes to me is that Castellana made was the game was on the line for Arkansas, and they came away end up losing game 2 of that series, and end up losing the series, and that is something that Arkansas I believe was looking to get back, as they came away almost winning the College World Series, but they were just missed it by a few inches off of miscommunication in the foul territory. And the mound, as we got a new pitcher coming on the mound, and for Geneva, and this is take a look as the new pitcher will get his warm-ups in and take a quick look at scores around the league once again. Bottom of the 6th inning in Dietrich Park. Jamestown trails the Utica Blue Sox 8-4. The Blue Sox looking to get back on track here after struggling the previous 2 games, losing to Boonville Baseball Club, which is something to not be really proud of right now, as they've been struggling in this league so far. And then the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs still with a 2-0 lead over Oneonta as they go to the top of the 7th at Demashki Field. And then the Bulldogs extend their lead over Newark. It's now 4-2. The Muck Dogs, excuse me, looking to make it 5 straight games. They've been very aggressive on the base pass so far. In the bottom of the 5th in Saugerties, 3-2. Amsterdam leads this one. And then Watertown still trails Albany 2-0 in game 2 of their doubleheader. They lost the first game by the final score of 3-0. Still the Geneva pitcher getting warmed up on the mound with 2 gone. Just needs 1 more out. That's all they're asking of this young reliever out of the pen. As he's the righty for the Red Wings. Looks to be Luke Abrish, but I'm not entirely too sure. Or it looks like it could also be Zach Stadire. As it is Zach Stadire is the pitcher on the mound for Geneva. Going up against Kobe Stenson. Zach Stadire is looking to make a reversal of fortunes here and try to get that final out. Kobe Stenson waits on the first pitch, misses outside, ball 1. Stadar has making his second appearance on the year. This is his previous appearance. He had 2 innings pitched, giving up only 1 run with 2 walks and a punch out. 2-0 pitch on the way, and Geneva still has someone else warming up in the pen. Trying to get out of this inning is Stadire. Next pitch misses outside, and a stolen base will, as because Connor Bralla will take second base, and there's runners in second and third with still 2 men out, and the 3-0 count upcoming for Kobe Stenson. 3-0 pitch misses up high, and now bases are loaded for Auburn with a golden opportunity for Andrew Tan to bring home some more runs on the board. Andrew Tan batting 167 on the year, looking to make some damage done here at the plate. With a 3-0 lead right now for Auburn, looking to extend it even further. It's been a pretty lousy appearance so far. Once again, by the bullpen of Geneva, really has been struggling. It's been the biggest, if you had to say the biggest issue for this team, it has to be the bullpen by far this season. Struggling as they've had many blown games they were winning, and it happened in last night's ball game too against Watertown. They had a 2-run lead going to the 7th inning, and going to the 8th inning, and they should be going to the 7th inning. And Watertown came away tying the game at 9, forcing extras, but Geneva came away winning 9-8 in that game. In the 10th inning, next pitch in there for a called strike at 69 mile per hour breaking ball. 0-2 count on the way to Tan, in threat of being struck out for the 3rd time this evening. Struck out back in the 1st and in the 5th. 0-2 from Stadire. This is outside and a missed catch by Castellanos. He had a few of those recently. And now makes it count to 1-2 on the count. Something to keep in mind is that the Geneva pitchers, whenever they get into a pitcher's count, you normally see them find themselves pitching outside of the zone to try to catch them chasing on the right side. And the next pitch is swung foul. Almost fair for a base hit. If that was fair, that could have been dangerous for Geneva. And now the count is still at 1-2. And the home crowd here in Falcon Park is loving it, with a golden opportunity to get some more runs in. This is the biggest opportunity they've had all game long up to this point. They got three runs on the board, looking for more. Andrew Tan at the plate with Mike Cervantes looking. Next pitch, inside, and it hits Tan. And now we go back to the top. Now we go back to the Cervantes, who had an at-bat earlier this inning. Hit by pitch, and it does manage to score a run, and it's now a 4-0 lead for Auburn. With Mike Cervantes up to the plate, he got this inning started with a leadoff single, his last time up, and he came around to score. And the first pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. Next pitch, inside, ball 1, and that will even the count at 1-1. Geneva's main issue, as we mentioned many times, is the struggling of surviving. That's the best way to describe it. Surviving the last 4 to 3 innings of work from the relievers. It's been a real struggle for this team all year long. It's a big reason why they have a 2-3 record on the year. Next pitch was swung on and missed by Cervantes, so we find ourselves in a 1-2 situation. The pitchers find themselves in 1-2 counts, but batters end up finding a way to get on base, or pitchers end up not finding that last pitch that they need to get out of the inning. Let's see if Stadire does it this time. And he does. Swung on and missed to Cervantes, and the inning will finally come to a close, as now we got runs on the board with Geneva trailing Auburn 4-0 after 10 men came to the plate and 4 of them scored. As you're watching Geneva Red Wings baseball here at Auburn, New York and Falcon Park on YouTube. We'll be right back for the top half of inning number 7 in just a few minutes. we got a new pitcher come for Auburn out of the pen. It is the side armor Richie Paul from Oswego State, and his original hometown from Camden, New York. SUNY Oswego had a tremendous season this year in the NCAA tournament. They made it to the Super Regionals after taking down the top seed of the NCAA tournament that year for D3 baseball. So a tremendous job done by them. And now kicking things off, the first one batter to face Paul will be the second baseman, Ozzy Fletcher from Tufts University. First pitch misses, ball 1. Fleischer is 0 for 2 tonight with a punch out back in the first and a ground out to the shortstop in inning number 4. 2-0 count on the way to Ozzy Fleischer. And a sidearm misses up high. 3 balls and no strikes, and a great count here for Fleischer. That's the main issue with these sidearmers, is that their accuracy is never really on point. But sometimes their velocity can get them up there, and there's a big reason why they're still somewhat popular in nowadays. And it's a 4-pitch walk to get things started here in the top of inning number 7. So possibly a response of 4 runs may be played as just one batter face, and Paul is seeing a mound visit from the Auburn head coach. Might have something to do with the accuracy. He missed his spots by a little bit and didn't really catch him chasing that much, or didn't really make him give Fleming something to think about on up there at the mound. And now it's with Jake Eshelman up to the plate for Geneva. With a runner on first, nobody out, one of their better opportunities they've had all night long in this one. Paul takes a look over at Fletcher at first. Pitch and deals. This is outside, ball 1, as that was way out. Still looking for finding that zone. That's a main issue that Paul has seen so far in this game, and just 5 pitches, 5 balls. Next pitch from Paul is swung on and right back towards center field. Makes first for Cervantes and over to Mckenzie, and it's a double play. What a double play by Cervantes as he steps in the bag at second and makes the throw to Mckenzie at first. And just like that, any opportunity for Geneva to get any runs across are vacated. Now Max Hitman up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a punch-out back in the first, and he had a hit-by pitch in the fourth, and he was caught stealing, trying to get to second base to end the inning in the fourth. With 2 gone here in the 7th, the first pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Next pitch to the side armor, misses up high, ball 1. Richie Paul still hit or miss right now on the sidearm pitch right up to this point. Trying to find the right rhythm and get Hitman out. This one hits the corner and it's a strike and puts a count at 1-2, and looks like Paul is in business now. Was first with 1 pitch away from getting out of the 7th. This one swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll do it. 6.5 innings have come and gone here at Falcon Park in Auburn, New York. It is the Doubledays 4, the Red Wings nothing. As you're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. things off here in the home half of the 7th. Still, State Higher is on the mound for Geneva after a third of an inning of work here in this game, trying to hopefully he has the stamina to get through another inning of work before going to someone else from the pen in the 8th and 9th inning. But still not much to be done. I'm the guys just tuning in. I'm Gage Kilborn, and I'm the voice of the Geneva Red Wings throughout the season this year. And it's been a bit of a brutal game to forget in the past inning, especially for Geneva, as they've struggled with 10 batters from Auburn came across the plate and 4 of them scored. And Auburn is looking to get score 6 more runs this inning to end it in 7 off of the PGCBL rules that if the team has a lead of 10 or more runs going to the 7th inning, that the game will end via the mercy rule. Auburn looking to mercy rule Geneva once again. It's the last time these two met back in this past Sunday. It was the same result, 11-1 in 7 innings via the mercy rule. 4-0. Kicking off this one is Zane Rose. First pitch from State Higher is chopped foul towards the backstop and out of play. Rose is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk, and he did score a run with also a punch out. 0-1 from State Higher. Is up high upstairs, a little too much up high, and that'll be ball 1. One pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. To the right field righty. With Blake Murray waiting on deck, he has an RBI in today's game. 1-2 pitch from State Higher is inside for ball 2. The 72 mile per hour curveball, breaking ball, excuse me. 2-2 pitch. Wade Boggs, his favorite count, coming from State Higher. Misses outside, and that puts the count even at full, 3-2. And that was a nice location, but a little bit too wild of the pitch from State Higher. If he got that more control, he probably would have caught him chasing. Meanwhile, that one catches the outside corner for strike 3, and that will be the first out here in the 7th inning. Now stepping in is Dylan Mckenzie, and he has an RBI his last time up back in the 6th inning, excuse me, with a big single that scored Michael Cervantes and got the inning rolling for a 4-run 6th inning. The first pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Thank you guys tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Red Wings baseball throughout the year. This greatly appreciates and helps all those that work for the name of the Red Wings. As their next home game will be tomorrow, as they'll take on the Newark Pilots. They'll make a 10-minute drive from Newark to Geneva to play a 9-inning game. Here comes a pitch from State Higher, and this is down low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mckenzie. The Pilots have been doing pretty well so far this season. Not too much else to say about them, as they currently are battling the Batavia Muckdogs and find themselves trailing right now in this one. And not much of a surprise, as Batavia's been on a bit of a tear recently. And actually, Newark just tied the Muckdogs. So in the Geneva, it was didn't even get a run across them in 2 games, losing in an exhibition game on Wednesday 3-0, and then losing in a regular season game 8-0 in Geneva. And a full count pitch coming from Stadire, about to presume. Here comes a full count offering. That misses down low for ball 4, and that'll be a 1-out base runner for Blake Murray coming to the plate. Now to the plate, it is Blake Murray, the center fielder, for the Doubledays. The lefty takes a crack at one, over trying to find the gap, and it does not drop as it'll be caught out there by the Geneva right fielder, Eli Harpelini. And there were quickly 2 gone in the inning. Next to the plate is Dominic Uchia, who made it on a fielder's choice last time up and came around to score. Came scoring the 4th run of the game. The Newark Pilots are 1-4 on the year. Still trying to find their rhythm. But giving Batavia a bit of a battle up there really can help gain their confidence next time around. So the next game for Geneva will be hosting Batavia. And that pitch is in there for a call. Strike 3, and that will retire the side. 7 innings in the books here at Auburn, New York, and Falcon Park. It is a 4-0 lead for the Doubledays. As I'm Gage Kilborn, and you're watching Red Wings baseball on YouTube. Kicking off here in inning number 8. Still Richie Paul up on there on the side, righty side armor from Oswego State, the Oswego State Laker for Auburn. Kicking off the top of inning number 8, it's Nick Searce, the designated hitter. He is 0 for 2 tonight with a punch out back in the 5th, and he popped up to second baseman in the 2nd inning. First pitch misses for ball 1. That one is in there for a strike. Thrown in there at 79 miles per hour. A bit of a soft toss. Dixter probably regrets not swinging to that one. He probably could have laced it for a base hit. 1-1 offering to Circe. Misses outside, ball 2. The command for Paul has been all over the place here in just an inning over an inning of work, as we've seen so far at this point. And that one misses outside for ball 3. 3-1 is a count. Geneva 2-3 on the year, coming off of a win yesterday against Watertown. 3-1 offering to Sturse. Swung on and missed, so that brings the count back to full at 3-2. Auburn's on a 2-game win streak right now. They're taking down Niagara yesterday and defeating Auburn on Thursday. Sturse swings and misses for strike 3. And that'll be the first out here at inning number 8. And out to the plate it is Mike Gorham. He is 1 for 2 tonight with a base hit back in the 5th inning, but was thrown out going to second on the fielder's choice. First pitch from the side arbor misses inside, ball 1. Got to give a lot of credit to Ryan Bailey the mound through the first 5 innings of work he did going up against Geneva, keeping them scoreless with giving up only a couple of hits. Next pitch, going to Mckenzie over to Paul, and he makes the play for the second out of the inning. Quickly 2 up and 2 down here in inning number 8 for Geneva. Like I said previously, they're taking on Batavia tomorrow night back home in McDonough Park. The history of that ballpark probably is about as similar to the one at Falcon Park here in Auburn. A lot of history of these New York Penn League ballparks overall that are now in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. A lot of history to be discussed. In Geneva, you have 2 players that play at the ballpark. One of them, Shoeless Joe Jackson, who's well known in the MLB, especially for 1919 with the Chicago Black Sox scandal, as well talked about and reversed in a lot of baseball history classes, with a 1-1 count coming to Cole Fleming. Pitch from the side armor misses inside, ball 2, and some of the fans are in disagreement on that call. That was a borderline call right there. I thought that hit the zone, but the umpire saw it differently, and the count goes to 2-1. Here's the pitch from ball is fouled away, and the count goes even at 2-2, and Paul is 1 pitch away from getting through the 8th inning. Next pitch from Paul is in there for a call, strike 3, and Fleming is in disbelief on the call, and that will end the inning. 7.5 innings in the books. Geneva has a couple of hits, but nothing more than just that. 7.5 in the books. 4-0 Auburn leads as you're listening to Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. Now pitching for Geneva is the Geneva native, Wyatt Patchett from Lemoyne College, a freshman. He is one of two Geneva natives out of that is coming to play for his hometown team. And in a recent interview with him, he mentioned that he does the majority of the college students of Geneva first pitches up and fouled away. Majority of the Geneva students, they usually live at the Geneva Red Wings players, live on campus at HWS College, but not Wyatt Patchett. He lives at home with his family because he lives like 5 minutes away from the ballpark. So quick drive to the ballpark from Lemoyne College. He had a great experience his first year there, and it's kind of weird playing for this team that he grew up watching as a kid back at the back streets of Geneva on the way to Lyceum Street in McDonough Park. 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike. That puts a count at 1-2. In the home half of inning number 8 to Cram. Cram struck out his last time up, and he struck out again. Wyatt Patchett gets himself into the mound and says, "This is how you get things done, boys," with an easy punch out and get his night started. One away here in the home half of the 8th. And out to the plate, it is Connor Brala. First pitch in there for a called strike at the top corner. And Brala finds himself in the count early, 0-1. Brala is 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of strikeouts and a walk. Ended up stranded over at third base, back in the 6th. Next pitch misses, and is now puts the count even at 1-1. Here's delivery from Patchett. Misses, but not by much, and it now puts the count at 2-1 to the designated hitter of Auburn. Two-one pitch from the Geneva native. Is in there for a called strike 3. And that will be out number 2. So back-to-back punch-outs for Patchett out of the bullpen. And maybe this might be the relief that Geneva's been looking for. And we go back to the top of the order with it being Kobe Stenson. He is 1 for 3 tonight with the base hit back into third and a walk in inning number 6. First pitch misses for ball 1. One-0 pitch from Patchett. Kicks and deals into the deep fly ball to left field. Going back and chasing as a left fielder out of the warning track, and you'll get there to make the grab to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for the Doubledays, and nothing for them to fear. They hold a 4-0 lead over Geneva as you're watching Red Wings baseball here on YouTube. Last chance for Geneva coming up. Now a new pitcher coming out to try to close this mess out for Auburn is Jacob Kokuba from Hiram College, sophomore from Parma, Ohio. He throws righty and is 6'2" with weighs in 180 pounds. And the first batter to face him will be Shane Ducks, the designated hitter. Excuse me, extra hitter. And he is 0 for 2 tonight with a punch out back in the third. And a ground out to the first baseman back in inning number 5, excuse me. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike, and the Auburn fans are loving it. Throwing at 81 miles per hour. Here's Naum's next pitcher from Kokuba. Miss is in there for a called strike 2, and now Ducks find himself deep in the count, 0-2. Auburn looking for their 5th win on the year through the first 8 games of the season. And that pitch misses down low for ball 1. 1-2 offering from Kokuba. And it's chopped foul at the home plate. Kokuba in his 3rd appearance here on the season. And the pitch is swung and missed right there by Shane Ducks, and that'll be out number 1. And now bringing up Brandon Galpie, trying to get something going here in the top of the 9th. Just get at least 1 run on the board, try to get some confidence, as it's been boom or bust with this team. And their last 3 games, including the exhibition game, they've only managed to score 9 runs. And 2 of those 3 games they played in, they've been shut out. And they don't want to be at risk of being shut out for the second regular season game in their last 3 games of the year. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. And something to keep in mind is that it's a big question up that's good to debate. Whether they face good pitching or they just haven't been finding the bats that well. And that's something to keep in mind as this season progresses, is they can find the momentum and try to find some consistent hitting. Just try to come away victoriously. 2-0 count from Kokuba. Swung and chopped foul from Galpie. Kokuba, in his 2-2 innings pitched of work, he has given up 3 hits with 4 punch-outs and a 0.00 ERA. Now he has 5 strikeouts after Shane Ducks' punch-out just a few moments ago, and making that strikeout number 6 off of Brandon Galpie. And now Geneva is down to their final out tonight. And pinch hitting for Nick Castellana, it is Andrew Winnie, and if this inning likely continues, he will be taking over as catcher for Castellana. First pitch in there for a strike. And next pitch will miss for ball 1. The Auburn fans looking for a strike 2 to try to get in and get out with their 5th win. Next game for the Doubledays, they'll be on the road tomorrow in Colburn Park, taking on the Newark Pilots. And that pitch is grounded to the second baseman, makes a throw to Mckenzie, and that's the ball game. The final score, the Auburn Doubledays come away winning this one 4-0, a shutout victory, as they were dominant from first pitch to this last, and this game is over. With a win, Auburn will improve to 5-3 on the year. With a loss, Geneva will fall to 2-4 on the season. And their next home game, the next game for Geneva will be home against the Batavia Muck Dogs again in a rematch from last Thursday. Hoping to try to put an end to their win streak. They've been dominant as of late. And for Auburn, their next game, they'll be on the road against Newark tomorrow night at Colburn Park. And that is all here from Falcon Park. I'm Gage Kilborn. Hope you enjoyed this call. And please have a wonderful night and see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Geneva Red Wings taking the Batavia Muck Dogs. Hopefully we'll see you there. Thank you for listening.